No one's getting interviewed. Good afternoon, gamers! We have got an amazing matchup between Logis and Pajulu. I'm super excited. This is Division S. So this is, as you can all see, a banger racing coming. And in the booth with me, I've got Lucine. How are you feeling?
I'm doing well, and I am feeling good about this race. Probably gonna have lots of heart attacks.
I believe we will. I am very excited to see what these runners pull out. Their personal bests are insane, and I'm expecting nothing but the best.
Indeed. And we see Pajulu already ready to go with DSTA.
And if you don't know what that is, there is a command in chat to explain it to you. But what are you really hoping to see today? Do you think we're going to see DSS?
Hopefully.
I hope so. I rarely ever see DSS. I think I've seen it once in the races so far. That I have
because it is the hardest trick in the game, in my opinion. Well, the second hardest.
Ooh, what would you say is the hardest?
2 DSS.
Okay, I meant tricks that people will pull out. I'm joking, don't worry. No, it is very difficult, but it is super cool to see. Okay, I think our runners are getting ready. So the match is gonna begin. And don't forget, we are gonna have a prediction up in just a moment. I'm sure our mods are working on it right now. I can see Mulan is already here, probably getting on that prediction as we speak. And for those who don't understand what this DSTA thing is, it is tricking the game into thinking time has passed quicker than it has. And if the runners do miss this, which I would never expect from our runners today, then unfortunately it does mean a complete change of route. And here we go, that prediction is up. So what are you hoping to see today?
I am hoping to see them do well. Maybe them give me a lot of heart attacks on the way. Because there are lots of places where heart attacks can happen.
I expect nothing else from these runners. I've seen Logis play a lot, and Logis is insane to watch. So I am so excited that I'm on this race. And my nerves are already shot. They're almost ready.
And I think both of them are going to be doing reverse town.
Really?
I could be wrong though, because I didn't see how long they waited to start DSTA.
So I think they both started 118 or 120. But I would be super excited to see a reverse town. I'm just excited to see the run, honestly. Their personal bests are less than a minute apart. And at this kind of PB, it's truly a case of being sub-houred in this game itself is a huge achievement.
Yes, because I think that's like top 45.
I'm so excited to see what they're going to pull out today. I'm expecting to see everything. I want fish dips. I want DSS if we can. Obviously, I do understand that in a race, they may not pull something like that out. And according to chat, there is now over 50 with a sub 1. That's an incredible achievement. $55. And we are lucky enough to have 2 of those 55 with us today.
Yes, and next year we'll see 55 people having 56s.
Oh my god, imagine! Imagine! They're coming for you, right?
Oh, Logis is gonna miss the left side. Letting Pajulu take the lead very early into this run.
The good thing is, it's so early in the run that it's not going to make a long-term difference, but it must be a confidence hit for Logis.
Yes, unfortunately. But both their topper fights went really well there. Pajulu having a little bit of trouble there, but it's all good.
I don't think we expect anything less from these runners. I always say we expect some mistakes in a run, but from these kind of runners, I'm not expecting huge mistakes. I'm expecting minimal mistakes, but you are right. There is some incredibly difficult tricks in this. So if they were to, God forbid, miss any of the tricks, which one do you think would be the most risky for them?
Honestly, I have no clue because a lot of them are risky in themselves. Like for example, DSS, if you miss it once, it doesn't really lose time compared to Dino Skip. But if you miss it twice, then that's when it becomes time loss.
Do you think if they missed it once, they would go for it a second?
Well, they would, most likely.
I guess we're gonna find out.
We see Pajulu just going to Dino. Both runners are going to be going to Dino, which is very respectable.
As we said, in a race, you understand making that choice.
Yes.
And I'll be honest, I love Dino because I just love making him bounce on the trampoline. It's one of my favorite things. Because someone just sat there and went, "Oh,
Logis went too far right."
Oh no." For me, it's just the thought.
Sorry, go ahead.
It's just the thought that someone went, you know what? I wonder if this dinosaur can bounce on the trampoline. Because that's the only way that trick got created.
Yes. But for runners who don't know, for Dino Skip, there is basically what Mulan said, an FU spot that's on the very right on the wall that's basically has no trigger for the fight.
That is heartbreaking. Logis maybe a little bit shaken from what happened at the very beginning. Hopefully we'll be able to pull himself together because there isn't a big difference right now, but that could definitely make an effect later on.
Oh yeah, sorry Mulan, it's Tyrone Skip, not Dino Skip.
Okay. Just a bit of cleanup and then both runners will be going away. And then I guess we'll find out if you are right about reverse time.
Thing is, I don't know if Logis will hit DSTA. If they were gonna go for reverse town, I think they would have to go for just regular town. But I have no clue.
With a runner like this, I guess they could pull anything out of the bag, but I do hope that they don't have any severe trouble with DSTA. Those mistakes costing so early on must be incredibly heartbreaking, especially for a seasoned runner.
Yes.
But the truth is, they're not even huge mistakes. Of course, they are upsetting and not the best situation to be in, but losing a matter of 10-15 seconds overall.
Honestly, in my opinion, I'm just hoping to see some 2DSS.
Imagine if I saw a 2D. No, if I saw that, I would scream. I've never seen that actually executed.
It seems none of the runners are going to be going to for Reverse Town.
As you said, I think Logis just lost a
Oh!
little bit.
Lodge is going to go for manual DSTA, like McPhee said.
Oh wow! So we still get to see it.
And of course, in this race, we always love to hear doggos.
I apologize for that one. That one is my fault. She doesn't usually kick off during a race, but she clearly knew that Logis were going for something wild.
While just messing up Piano Bird, but backs it up quite nicely.
That backup is insane.
And here we get to see Dram. But will any of the runners go for platform flip? That is the question.
Oh, is that high enough? Of course it was! Pajulu, I should not have doubted him for a moment.
Pajulu does seem like he will have to chase the bullet bill. Lodge missing the dive onto the ruins.
I think Logis is a little bit affected by what's happened in this early race, and he is going to have to get his mindset back in order to not be affected going further. Taking this much of a lead this early on is not what he wanted to happen. Of course, it's not what anyone wanted to happen, but there's still always a comeback at this point. It's so early in the race.
Yes. Because after this we have 11 more kingdoms to go.
Yeah, just 11. And not too
Just
many.
11.
Ooh. Oh, clipping out beautifully.
Yes, with a decent cycle as well.
Especially considering the bullet bill was coming right for him.
Oh, that was a risky dive by Lodges.
But it pays off. He's clearly trying to get his head back in this game. And
Lodges also clipping out of bounds quite beautifully. I
I
don't know
very
if he's in bounds or not.
He's not.
Thank God. You never want to see a runner go for platform clip and clip back in bounds. It's devastating.
He's so... He can catch up. There is so much time for him to catch up, but he needs to get his head back in this. I am anxious just watching this because I can see on his face that he's obviously uncomfortable with how this started. But
yes, and
it's not
especially
over.
since in about 3 minutes, each runner is going to be heading into Wooded, one of the most cursed kingdoms in the game.
Oh, come on, we all know Luncheon is more cursed. Personally. There's so much that can go wrong in Luncheon. I just can't with Luncheon. I am mostly afraid to talk in Luncheon.
Oh God.
But you know what? Lake, it's not the worst kingdom of them.
Unless I miss Lake Clip.
I didn't want to say that. I was like, I'm gonna wait for this to happen before I say a word.
The comms curse shall afflict them all.
I am not gonna curse anyone. I'm not doing this again.
Oh, Pajulu moving to the left for Lake Clip.
And not having an issue. So clearly not doing anything wrong there.
Yes.
That's
Now
such
have
a
I
cool
cursed
mechanic.
Logis even more.
Oh, I hope not.
I have not. Because
Not
Logis fits
quite.
the movement quite nicely as well.
So no concurs on this at least, but there's many more moons to go, and
Yes.
Lucine, I don't think she can promise to not curse many more.
I wonder if one of the runners will fail nut clip.
Don't. I was thinking about Nutclip earlier, Lucine. When you said the wooden, I was like, oh, yeah.
I have
But so
actually
Nut
watched
Clip.
a top level race where both runners failed nut clip. It was between Donsta and Buster.
Oh my god. I would have screamed. I would have screamed. So forgive me. I don't think we've had the pleasure of meeting previously. I assume you run this game as well.
I do.
What's your time?
It's a 109.15.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that
not
is
the
also
best.
very cracked. No, that's still very cracked. I don't think you know how someone from the outside looking in sees this game. But to me, you are a god with a 1-9. Sub 110 gamer. See? Everyone knows it.
Yeah, I was actually in C division for this tourney because I bopped Saren.
Well, I am very glad to hear that. It sounds like the best person won.
MJ, Logis hit the FU spot in Dino Skip and failed left side, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, yes, the left side mishap and Dino not going the best of ways. But you know what? He's making it back.
I was very I was wondering if any of the racer. I'm not even gonna say anything yet.
Lucine and me are on a level right now, everyone.
I was gonna
We
say,
know.
I was wondering if any of the racers were gonna buy the lifeboat part by accident. But I don't think that's a worry because I think they still have plenty of coins. Oh, Lodge didn't. Oh no. That would have been my bad on my part.
But it didn't happen, and we're feeling good, and everything is going well for both of these
Pajulu's look
runners.
good. It's gonna balk. No, please, Pajulu. No, please.
Oh my god.
That bonk always gives you a heart attack because you never know if it's gonna go back, stay out of bounds, or go back in bounds. And Logis looks good as well.
Lodge is hopefully not gonna have the scary bonk.
No, but that was a scary dive because I swore that he was gonna hit the part where it wasn't solid and was gonna go back in bounds.
Both of these runners are incredibly terrifying and
Yes.
incredibly exciting.
Oh, what in general is just terrifying.
I don't disagree, but I still have that special hit. Luncheon's done me wrong, okay? Luncheon's done me wrong one too many times. It's in my bones to hate it at this point.
A clean, not at the dead end for Pajulu.
Clean nut, I'm glad.
Yes, we always love to see a nut around here.
Only if it's clean.
Yes. No, Pajulu!
Wait, did he get the flag?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think he did either. I was hoping you would say yes.
Oh, he did.
And it's neck and neck.
Oh my god.
And this is
Why'd you
it.
go for that again?
And Logis is back.
Yes.
This is incredible. We expect nothing less from Logis, though.
Also, for those of you that don't know, the reason that we were wondering if Pajulu hit the flag is because if he didn't, he would have had to go back to the very beginning of the Odyssey.
And that's obviously what we all want.
Totally.
We always want to go back to the Odyssey without enough moons. But you know what? Amazing movement here.
Yes. And now we get to see a difficult sub-area, in my opinion. I
But
do
getting-
advanced route to specifically skip this one.
But getting to avoid the fight, which,
Yes.
you know, we all love avoiding fighting. This is, I have heard, pacifist percent. Just this kingdom, but pacifist percent for this kingdom.
There are actually a lot of kingdoms where there's pacifist percent, like in Lake we saw.
That is true. It's true.
Pajulu is gonna miss the cycle a little bit.
Logis taking a much bigger lead now.
Yes.
That is a catch up. That is a real catch up and surpass from Logis. I
Yes.
am hoping that it stays close, but I also don't know if my heart can take it.
Oh, we had a race where I think it was myself and another commentator, or it could just have just been two random commentators, but they were just like we're all just like snoring, pretending that we're sleeping and stuff, because it was so close, nobody was messing up anything.
Oh gosh. I remember commentating a race, not in this game, where they finished 3 seconds apart.
Oh god.
And I'll have you know, until the very last moment, because they literally had the star spawn almost simultaneously. It was... I've never been so on my edge.
Pajulu! And
Oh,
Lodge
look,
is
it's
missing
quick
fast
grab. I'm actually proud that I realized that.
with the fast hats.
Yes. I have not been commentating this game for very long, but I love this game so much. But I'm
Very
definitely
fair.
not the most well-versed in things.
Also, wow, you are absolutely correct. A perfect combination. Mario and Cheerios. And here we see Lodges finishing up Cloud Kingdom, heading into another kingdom that will give you a lot of heart attacks, especially on one specific moon.
I think we all know what moon that is. But with these mistakes from Logis, Pajulu has a chance to catch up slightly. If he hadn't took that death, this would be within seconds.
Yes. I think Pajulu might be ahead if he didn't take the death.
So do I. It's definitely something that Logis still could have came back from, but
Yes.
still incredibly demoralizing.
That cut around the corner was very sketchy. I did not like that whatsoever.
It was, but he's going for it because he knows it. He is fast schmoving. He does not want any further mistakes.
And Pajulu's gonna take the safer option and jump around the corner. Jump around that corner.
Jumping, can you imagine?
What a loser. No, I'm kidding.
No, it's very respectable to take the safe route in
Oh,
a race. No
And
death?
that is exactly where I knew that I was gonna have a heart attack.
No death. We're fine.
We're fine.
I'll have you know where I am next expecting a heart attack is I do not know if you saw a recent race where, unfortunately, this next moon did not go very well.
Reverse torpedo or cage triple?
The cage triple. And they unfortunately missed. And then missed the bridge. So they didn't just take the death, they actually died before they reached the moon.
Oh no.
And it was heartbreaking. I believe I screamed. I am a screamer. But it was incredibly heartbreaking to watch, and I'm so glad that both of our runners didn't have that issue today.
Yes, and both of our runners aren't going to take the death warp and clean up lost quite nicely. And here we get to see another heart attack kingdom. Or at least version of a kingdom.
They are so close. This is one mistake territory, because I think the biggest thing about SMO is that it's that was very in sync. It's a lot of movement.
Yes.
And
it is very movement heavy.
And missing or messing up a movement and messing your cycle can really make things much harder. Especially go on.
Go ahead.
It can just really make things more difficult for staying ahead. It can be completely changed with just that one movement mistake.
Yes. But I don't want to say anything, but I wonder if we'll see any 2-cycle Mecha Wigglers. Or 3-cycle, sorry.
I'm hoping...
I'm hoping not, but like...
Yeah, I'm hoping 2 cycles only.
I'm sure we'll only see 2 cycles. There's no bad patterns.
None that they haven't already done a million times before.
Yes. Logis is gonna go for Goomba Heck and gets it. That looked very sketchy.
But successful.
Yes.
Oh, and the same from Pajulu.
So both runners are gaming right now.
Incredibly so.
I also didn't see, but did any of them go for the riskiest terrain bounce in the game?
Logis, I believe, did, due to the intense celebration that was on his face for a moment.
Yes, I'm talking about the one during the Ottoman jump. Or, awning jump. Keep saying Ottoman.
It's okay, we can forgive you a slight faux pas.
Not unless I have cursed at least one of these runners.
I very much hope you haven't, Lucy.
I hope I haven't either.
It's yet to be seen. Sorry for punning your name.
That's alright. You can do it since I was bashing on you during the last race.
It's okay, these things happen. Come on, Logis.
No, intersecting hitboxes, the worst, the enemy of Mecha Wiggler. Or the enemy of Wind Runners.
That was so close.
It was.
When he stopped, I was like, please, please just get it.
Yes, but Mecha Wiggler is known especially for its intersecting hitboxes on the bubbles.
Because this game is fun and fair, as all Mario games are.
Totally. Maybe Nintendo will actually make it an even more fair Mario game.
And we're in Day Metro. I love Day Metro. I know there's still some difficult parts, but it's just so nice to watch when it goes well.
There's really, in my opinion, only one difficult part. And that is the notorious bullet building.
Yes, but now that you've said there's only one difficult part, one of them's gonna mess up Scooter.
Oh, Lodge is getting jarred by quite nicely.
No,
Pajulu
Fastest
does the exact
Curse!
same. That would have actually been your fault.
That would have been. That's why I was staying silent till it happened.
And both runners are going to be getting pull jam quite nicely.
I feel bad for this guy. He just wanted a friend, and you
Yes.
just like one and done him. You never even go back to visit.
Nope.
I wanted him to have a second moon at the end. So do you know after you've gone through all your journey, you go back to see him? You just never do.
We actually made a joke where, because one runner, we wanted to like jokingly bash on one. Pajulu is going to be taking a bonk into slots. But will they get slots just fine?
Well, Logis gets
Logis
the
does
clean
it?
shots. And so does Pajulu. A little bit of a bonk, but again, they're so close that...
So I'll tell my story once we get to like a safer part.
Yeah, I was gonna say... Oh. So, question. Do you think we're going to see a reverse in the crowd? Because I saw that done quite recently, and that was so interesting to see.
Not unless they practice it enough times. Because that jump, even myself, I've only gotten it like one set of like 20 tries.
I remember seeing it for the first time, and I just didn't even know that you could do that.
Yes, reverse people. Yeah, maybe Lodge as well. But we never know, hot boy. Okay, so after this is where a lot of runners peeve me because, especially only in lower divisions in my opinion, they don't point their camera down. In this section, you want to point your camera down because a lot of people will phase through the moon at the top here. Because in Super Mario Odyssey, if it does not exist, or if it's not on screen, it does not exist. Pajulu is going to be taking a bonk, missing that pole.
This is the same the same thing that
Exactly
happened.
what I'm talking about.
This is the same thing that happened to Logis. Early on, you get a few mistakes, it starts to wear on you. Hopefully Pajulu will come back from this.
Yes. And none of the runners having to get the Luigi hint art. There.
And it looks like Logis considered it and then bailed.
Yes.
Understandable.
And because of the coin count, it does seem like we might see a Spiritless Luncheon from both of them.
Ooh.
Because both of them do have 200 coins.
And that means they will have to go for the... without the lava friend. No lava
Yes.
friends. That makes me upset. I like
No
them.
Potaboos.
Potaboos. Is that the name?
Yes.
I'm learning. You see this chat? I'm learning.
But as I was saying, we made a joke with bench friends where Saren was the bench friend, and somebody actually missed the bench. So we were saying about how someone didn't want to be Saren's friend,
Oh.
and we were just bashing them on it for like a few minutes.
Actually, they're called lava bubbles. I'm gonna have to go with the lava bubbles. Because I can't say the other word.
Okay, their legal name is Potaboo, but their name is Lava Friend.
And I know, chat, I know. It may seem unlikely, but I can and will learn. See, now I'm hearing 3 different names. It's Potaboos, it's Lava Bubbles, or it's Hot Dudes. I kinda like Hot Dudes. If you make it dudettes, I'm twice as interested.
God.
But
And it
look
does
how
seem like
close they
Pajulu-
are.
Yes. But we don't know yet, but I think Pajulu is gonna be nicer to Toad than Logis was. Because they do leave more snow for Toad. And Pajulu is gonna mess up the triple jump and doesn't get the wall collision. There's a weird spot on that wall where like collision just doesn't. What is going on in the snow?
No one knows. Sorry.
I will murder you. When you hear this, folks? If Harris dies, it's me.
You can call me Harley, it's fine.
Oh, sorry, what?
My name's Harley.
Harley? Okay, my bad.
It's okay. CCG is well known for having a joke of calling me Harris.
Pajulu is gonna miss the snow clip.
That is definitely going to add a bit more time to their difference. But
Yes.
still, to be this close together, this far in, we are being treated in this race.
Especially since this is the last half of the race. And Pajulu is gonna go for the spiny manip.
And while we're in snow, why don't we consider the coolest thing of all? Donating to the SMO League. The SMO League is a crowd-funded prize for the SMO Pro League tournament. It's crowd-funded. Every dollar you give makes a huge difference, and not only does it allow us to create a prize that goes entirely to the runners, but it also allows us to thank these runners for their hard work. It takes a lot of dedication to do these runs and to get to the level that they're at. So do consider donating, and I will read out anything that you don't, any message you leave with a donation. I can see we're at $101. And we're very, very thankful for that.
Yes.
Okay.
Lars getting the suck. And Pajulu also getting the suck.
You know what? Doing beautifully.
No, but that's what's called suckage in this game. Basically, if you go into like a pipe or anything in a specific way, you go down instantly, which is called suckage.
It's a great name for a great term.
Yes.
And let's hope that this
Oh no,
snow jump,
that did not look good.
it
for
didn't
lodges.
look healthy. But
No,
Pajulu falling from the top of the Odyssey.
it was absolutely fine. And they both get snow jammed quite nicely, thank God.
I'm very excited to see that. And now, let's have a bit of fear in our life.
Pajulu does miss the spin throw, losing him about 0.4 more seconds. No,
But
I'm
it's
kidding.
still so close. To be this close, this far in, it's just a testament to how good these runners are.
Indeed, and I don't know, but it does not look like we have a BPT available. Which means that I have no idea how ahead the runners are, or what their BPTs are.
Well, don't forget, you can watch these runners live whenever they're streaming, so do consider following these runners. They're amazing runners. And I do believe that Logis is currently 35 seconds ahead of PB, behind PB, and
Yes.
Pajulu is 42 seconds behind. Fun things that you can find if you visit their stream. And dang indeed, this do be a hot race. And the heat has not stopped. We're about to see fish dips. I hope.
It does seem like both runners are on sub-hour pace. And a beautiful fish dip from Logis. Will they stay out of bounds? Will he stay out of bounds? That is the question. Very respectable to just inch forward each. a little bit each time.
Makes it look easy.
Pajulu also getting it. But is he still out of bounds?
And he is.
And Pajulu making that look even easier than it actually is.
Making it look easier and catching up some time.
Yes.
It's exactly what he needed. The truth is, he needs Logis to go a bit slower, to be a bit more careful.
And now we get to see a clip that probably even you can do on your first try. The easiest clip in the game.
Alright, listen.
No, it's not even, it's not an insult, it's just the easiest clip in the game.
No, I just couldn't do it on my first try.
Oh. That, I don't know about Pajulu. Yeah, like I said, Pajulu can be basically barely there, but he still gets it.
Well, here we go. They are catching up.
Yeah, see, Jalapicon says that they can do it and they don't even run it.
You have too much faith. Okay. We all know where we're going.
Yes.
And I don't want to talk. Because we know they're doing spiritless.
We're all going to Harley's favorite kingdom, Luncheon.
Oh my lord.
And here we get to see a nice salt triple from Logis.
I'm just here for spiritless, and I'm just not. Luncheon makes you hungry?
And we get to see a nice salt triple from both runners. Logis is gonna go for a spearless jump, but I don't think. Oh, and it makes it.
Oh. Luncheon makes me afraid.
That looks cleaner from Pajulu, because Logis was a little far from the corner, so I didn't know if that was gonna make it.
They really are catching up.
Logis is gonna fall in lava, but does recover.
It's a backup.
Yes.
But the only negative is going to be coming up to him having...
Sluts.
He now has
And
to
Pajulu
win.
is gonna take the lead because of the health cutscene.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for. I didn't know whether that was gonna, if that was gonna pull it, but it did. And we're now in sync. This race is so
wild.
close. This is so hype, and I am so happy to be here, but I am so terrified every moment we're in this kingdom. Look at the synchronicity!
And because of Pajulu's spin pounds, they are synced.
But Logis making one movement that may damage Pajulu. He grabbed.
He what?
He grabbed the flag. Pajulu didn't. So any mistake is going to be easier for Logis to come back from.
But here we get to see the best sub area in the game, Forks.
2 moons instantly, I love it.
Saren, there will be no cheese.
Look at this!
Unfortunately,
a
there will
close
be no
race.
cheese.
If you wanted a close race, then you are in the right place. Those booty burns that are necessary because of their choice absolutely terrified me, but this is what I'm most scared of. This jump.
You should be scarified. You should be. Yeah, I was about to say scarified. You should be terrified later.
I'm terrified always. Tension.
No, but there's a jump much scarier than the one you just saw.
The fact that Pajulu's taken a slight lead.
Yes.
Oh, they are going back and forth. And I know what jump's coming up next.
Yes.
And I'm not gonna say anything in response to what you said until they're both safely over it.
And here we get to see block jump. After is this an ingredient too? We get to see a dumb jump called block jump.
So close. It's honestly so close.
Here we see Pajulu going for it. Will they get it? And they get it quite nicely.
Yes.
So does Logis, thank God.
So I unfortunately was viewing a race not too long ago where one of the competitors missed that jump, and I will tell you now that I will not speak its name until it's gone off my screen.
And we get to see a clean suck from Logis, but not from Pajulu, unfortunately. Slipping
But
into
Logis
that doorway.
takes it. Unfortunately for Logis, Pajulu has taken a small lead.
Yes.
So these small time saves are really going to make a difference right now. Especially with where they are in the run.
Oh no, what are the runners doing? They're warping to the Odyssey with only 17 moons. And now they go for the timer challenge.
But look! So difficult. Who would have ever
That
thought
actually
this
is a
was
difficult jump.
Who would have ever thought that they could make a jump like that? Can you even wall kick in this game?
I have no clue. That's the only thing I hate about SM64 is the fact that you call it a wall kick and not a wall jump.
Well, you kick off.
Yes, but in Super Mario 64 they're called wall kicks.
As they are in SMS as well. Thank you, chat. Actually, can we get a poll? Mods, can we have a poll? Wall kicks versus wall jumps? I would like to know chat's opinion on this. I think this is a divisive topic, and what better time to create a divisive topic than when everyone's going to stop paying attention?
So as we're getting into the what Hotboy hates me calling this for, but an auto-scroller, you can go follow CCG's YouTube, you can go follow the runners, and you can definitely go follow our comms.
Yeah, Lucine
Night.
is fantastic, and you should definitely consider following Lucine.
And you should definitely follow Harley. And that is not sarcasm, and I know that came off as...
It's okay, it's Harris, don't worry. No, don't worry,
I'm
there is actually
sorry.
a command. No, there's a command, if you look.
Oh. Oh.
But during this auto-scroller, also don't forget we have the SMO League. I will be reading your comments. Within reason. For a price. The price is a donation.
Yes. Yes, Hotboy, this is an auto-scroller and you cannot tell me otherwise.
So, I don't want to alarm anyone, but it looks like kicks are winning. Have you noticed that they are now back in sync? Because I have, and I'm afraid.
It does seem like Logis is taking a very small lead by only about 0.7 seconds, I would assume. Yeah, well, Hot Boy, my gold is a 321, so yes, it is an auto-scroller for me.
You can indeed make the comms say funny things. We're a direct
They
relation
are
to the SMO League.
absolutely in sync.
Oh my gosh, that is... And it's such a great place for them to be in sync because it's such a long cutscene.
Yes.
That was beautiful.
Yes, multi-moon syncs are always the best syncs. And we're still synced because both of them hit the globe at basically the same time.
This is sync of sync.
Yes.
I am not 100% sure that this isn't the same gameplay duplicated, but I do
Oh my
believe
god,
that
and the
CCG is above that.
cutscene skips! And the cutscene skips! Oh my god.
Now this is a race.
Now this is a race. Especially going into
Oh!
Bowser's.
And Jump
Oh, and
has taken over wall kicks. Can the kickers come back? Or will Jump win? This is for respect. And it is now an even tap. Smashing A button race. Yes, it is.
And now they are no longer in sync because Logis has taken the lead with cleaner Bowser's movement so far. And both of them do Ogre quite nicely, not bonking there.
This is... Do you think this is gonna come down to pillars?
This will most likely come down to mech, in my opinion.
I'm expecting
And then if not mech, then definitely pillars. Yes, it's gonna come down to throws.
Well, let's throw down.
No, but if not mech, this is definitely gonna come down to pillars. Maybe even shards, who knows. Logis is gonna go for new shards. And gets the dive back quite nicely. Pajulu is struggling a little bit with the dive back, but gets it on the second try. Both runners are gonna be doing new shards. Logis is gonna take a bonk there.
And Jump has just taken over kick with moments left to vote. Get your votes in. Are you a kicker or are you a jumper?
And Logis does get birdless fifth shard. I don't know what that's called. Or captureless, I guess. Yes, Mulan. Shards is everybody's worst nightmare.
And kick wins! It is officially wall kicks. CCG has decided.
Now Bowser Jam is where this might come down to.
Yes.
Pajulu does miss Bowser Jam, like I just said.
Is that a concurse?
Maybe. But Logis wins anyways. Unless, never mind. They both win. This is a tie. Yeah, it's not official because it was allowed to vote for channel points.
That sounds like those the most devoted to Mario were the ones who voted the most.
Yes, ladies and gents, it is a tie for this race because both of them did go for the correct option. If you don't know, there's a joke argument going around whether it's Harriet first or Topper first.
I'm a topper first.
Okay,
I'm
guys,
sorry.
can I get a new comm?
I like topper first.
Saren, can we fire Harley?
I'm sorry, I like topper first. Cause he's just such a ridiculous cat. He's just ridiculous, and I love him. And some actual support for me in the chat. Thank
Mulan
you.
being the only outlier in this entire chat.
I
But
believe that I've got more than one, but I
Saren,
don't
can
know.
we fire Harley? Can I get a new comm?
Well, look how close this is going into mech. We gotta
Yes.
get a birdless, and hopefully no mistakes.
Oh, we'll definitely get a birdless, but I don't know about no mistakes. Harley has diplomatic immunity.
I didn't want to say it.
Cool. Is struggling a little bit with crates. Yes, wow, that's a perfect idea for a pull. I'm kidding. I'm joking.
It's okay, both answers will be no.
Yes, and how we just see like one person spending 100,000 points on Topper first.
That probably would happen, yeah. I believe it. I have seen many a bias poll in my days.
And we see Logis with the very clean Pokyu claim, but what about Pajulu? And he does it just fine as well. Not spin throwing at the top, which makes me a little bit mad.
Aria's Topper poll is up!
We see a nice Rango bubble from Logis. You'll probably see Topper acquired. And he gets it quite nicely. Both of them getting Topper acquired.
I'm not going to say anything on this because I made a comment about mistakes and I'm just not going to be that guy.
Well, it's all going to come down to TA. Logis is going to go for the new target acquired, which is slightly faster.
So is Pajulu.
No, Pajulu is actually going to go for the regular target acquired. So the new topper acquired is that you actually either ground pound jump or backflip into the air before you get kicked off.
Oh.
And all you have to do is dive rather than cap throw dive.
Interesting.
Yeah, it saves about like 0.3, 0.4 seconds.
Okay. And I think at this point, taking as much a lead as you can going into the final bit, I understand that. But I don't think we're gonna see 2D skip. Purely because of how close it is, I think either of these runners would be insane to try.
I'm praying to see it.
I would also like to see it. But I do have a feeling.
I have a feeling that none of them are gonna go for 2DSS either.
Yeah.
I don't think the thing is, here's the funny thing. Tyrone only did it in his world record because he had to. Or else he wouldn't hit that 56. So if he was like 7 more seconds ahead and he did moon quite nicely, he didn't have to go for 2DSS and he probably wouldn't have. Oh, did he? But it's just that hard of a trick is what I'm saying. Because I think the invisible platforms are 8 pixels wide. Which makes it extremely precise.
Only one of our runners right now is sub 1 capable. We're still hoping to see it, but at this point, it does look like Logis can still get the sub 1, but Pajulu will be getting just over. I do hope that Pajulu turns this around a little bit. I'm hoping for a good final stage for Pajulu.
Yes, but it does seem like Logis' average for Moon is about 37 seconds behind his gold.
Really?
Yes, it's a 539 while his gold is a 502. Not PB, but average.
Oh wow. Are we gonna see single wall? And we are! We're seeing single wall! Let's go! I love single wall. Pajulu trying to make up as any time that he can. I respect it.
Lodge is gonna lose like 0.3 seconds, I think. I don't know how much time that loses to go to the menu. And isn't gonna get the hat manipulation. Here's where Pajulu can catch up. And he gets it quite nicely. Making up a lot of time lost there. Also, Harley, if you didn't know, Bowser's fire has no hitbox. It only has a hitbox if you're on the ground. It is actually a floor skip.
Really? I didn't actually know that.
Yes, so you can like bonk on the wall and you can still be fine. Even if it does look like Mario does touch the fire.
That's so weird. But very cool. Very cool.
Yes.
See? I am learning.
Like, as you can see, the fire is touching Logis a lot
Yes.
here.
He's just skipping rope with it.
Yes. And Harriet first does win.
But actually a lot closer than I thought it was going to end up. So clearly, 5 people in chat correct.
Pajulu does miss the pass that's a little bit, but at least Bowser doesn't re-grab it. And this is a very close race, folks. This is gonna come down to pillars.
Oh my god.
Logis, please! Logis!
Please.
Oh my god. Those are because people can't scam the full channel points. Shall we rerun the kick? You can, but I don't think we should.
I think right now we just need to see who's gonna win this.
Yes. And Pajulu can definitely take the lead if he does go for 2 DSS.
Oh gosh, are we gonna see 2 DSS?
I doubt it, but like still.
No,
No.
you didn't.
I didn't
set it
think
up
so.
well.
Also, you want to know what the how 2D skip was discovered?
Go on.
Somebody when doing Bowser in 2D section, somebody held Y and was just like, "Oh, you can run with Bowser." I'm not kidding.
That's so funny.
Someone was just like, "Oh, you can run with Bowser. I guess we'll just make some skips."
Okay, it's Pillars time.
It is very much Pillar's time. I am not gonna say anything because I'm hoping it doesn't happen.
You thought the same as me, right?
Yes.
I saw that happen.
And everybody get your cat jams, flip-flop steps, anything but Pepe D's in the chat.
Flip steps, let's go! This is one of the closest SMO races you'll ever see, by the way.
Actually, we did have a closer one that was like 2 seconds apart. But it does seem like Logis is gonna take the win.
But both runners should be incredibly calm.
Oh, with a 10001. 10000. No. Oh, actually, it's actually a 59-59.
Very nice.
that's
Very nice.
Yes, and that's 10 seconds off of his average, apparently.
And Pajulu coming up just 40 seconds.
Yes,
50
it is
seconds
gonna.
out of his PB.
It's gonna be a 10011 for Pajulu.
GG's. Can I have Drakes? Can I have Drakes in the chat? I think all these runners deserve so many Drakes. That was
Yes,
such an
but Drake's
insane
in the
race.
chat.
We're not going to be interviewing our runners today, but I think if we wanted to say anything, it's you did incredible.
Yes.
Thank you for the amazing race, and thank you for giving us all something to watch today. And the Mario isn't over today.
No, we do have we do have 4 more 70-star races.
We have so much Mario that Mario can't even Mario right now.
Yes. Absolutely.
But coming up next, I do believe, if you bear with me one moment, I'll be able to tell you exactly
It is
who
a
it is.
70-star race between Zayas44 and Peggy the Loca.
And thank you, Lucine! With her eye on the prize and the next race. So do stick around. Thank you so much, GG to our runners, and thank you everyone for supporting your local gaming scene.